everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As promised in one of my last couple of videos where I highlighted my whole handbag collection for 2024, very up-to-date video. I had not done one since 2021, so that was long overdue. And I said I was going to do a separate video to talk about my Savette handbags. So that is what this video is. I'm speaking specifically to these two types of Savette handbags, which, if I'm not mistaken, they're the most popular versions of their handbags, even though, I mean, I'm biased because I obviously bought them, but I would say these are the ones that you've seen the most. If not, the Pochette is probably the one that you've seen on all the fashion girlies the most. And so I'm going to dive into these two bags, what they are, what I like about them, if I don't like certain things about them, how I like them compared to one another. I'm also going to touch on a little bit about the brand at the end of the video, as well as some of the future bags that I would like to buy from Savette, just because I know not everyone likes kind of diving deep into brand history, so I will not bore you with that if you do not want to go into that. But if you are into that, then stay tuned for the end. I will talk about that. So let's speak first about the very first Savette bag that I purchased, which is the Savette Pochette bag. So this has been on my radar for a couple of years now. We started seeing it pop up on a bunch of influencers a couple of years ago, but not in a way that was obnoxious. I would say more in a way like the Seagrass Vendome Carolina Herrera bag that I have, where I'm like, ooh, I like that bag. Who makes that bag? And it wasn't like oh, why am I seeing this bag everywhere? So the Savette Pochette really popped up on my radar then. If you guys are also not new to my channel, you will know that I was on the hunt for a bag with silver hardware. The only bag that I had with silver hardware specifically, and it was very understated, is my Celine luggage tote. And that clearly is very different from this bag. It is so much larger, so much heavier. So I really wanted something that was more like my flattered mini bag, my mini Hedda bag, where it was small enough in size. It could really read from like day to night. So I can wear this bag easily during the day, or I can wear it at night. In fact, I will go into sort of how I style it up for both of those things. But yeah, there were just a lot of things that were really speaking to me about the bag. I loved the simplicity. I loved the gorgeous top handle. I loved that it was big enough that you can still fit a lot of things in it. In fact, I don't know about you all, but as I've been watching a lot of videos from influencers, I feel like the general feedback has been to move away from the mini Kelly bag to the Kelly Pochette just because of its practicality. So many influencers were like, I love the mini Kelly, but I can't even put my phone in it. And if you can't put your phone in your purse, what good is your purse? You guys know that's what I love about the Hedda mini bag. And so this bag is similar, except for that it holds even more. So it's around 21 centimeters across. So I think the mini Kelly is around 20 centimeters across. So it's a little bit longer than a mini Kelly. I'd say it's much wider. So I'd have to look up the exact dimensions. I will leave this exact bag below, but it's definitely wider. So it fits a ton of stuff, I would say. So it's not too bulky or too heavy, but it certainly can fit a lot. In fact, I'm going to put all these different things in there and then show you what it fits. So I'm going to put my wallet, my headphones, I'm going to put my phone, which I have the iPhone 16 Pro Max, keys, giant set of keys, and even, we're going to pretend these are sunglasses, but these are my glasses. And as you can see, everything fits in here. So honestly, that's like everything I would ever want to take with me out of the house, except for maybe my camera. But for such a tiny little bag, it truly fits everything. So I am super obsessed with the practicality of this bag, in addition to the elegant, sleek design of it. I will say, from a practicality standpoint, it does not have a crossbody strap of any kind. So you really are only carrying it from the top. And I'm fine with that. It doesn't really bother me. Again, I find with this bag, because it does hold so much, it can get a little heavy just because of all the stuff that's in it. And so when that happens, I tend to just like tuck it under my shoulder more than I do my Hedda mini bag. And so yeah, It doesn't really bother me, again, that it doesn't have a strap, but if they really wanted to make this super practical in the future, I would love actually some kind of chain strap potentially that you could attach to it. But I understand that it is what it is and that it's really being modeled after the Hermes Pochette. And so I do appreciate it all the same. And I'm super, super happy to have a really like statement piece of silver hardware with black leather in my bag wardrobe at this point in time, because it was just filling this hole that there was just such a void there for a while. So I've already worn this bag so much. And in fact, I knew that I really loved this bag and that I really loved the brand. I started looking at other bags that they had and I was really blown away. Oh, let me talk quickly about price point and where I purchased this. So this bag was an exclusive with the site Essence that I love and I shop quite a fair amount on. And it's a Canadian sort of like Net-a-Porter-esque site. And so this particular color combination is only on Essence. It was on their website for a long time and then it sold out. So unfortunately, yeah, you can only get it on Essence, but you still can get it on Essence. They did raise their price by around $200 in the last year. Their bags used to be around $1,100 USD, and now they are around $1,400 USD. Which for a luxury bag, and it sounds crazy to say that's more on the affordable side of things, but it definitely is more on the affordable side of things, especially considering an Hermes Pochette would probably put you out around $6,000, and that's even if you could get one. So this is a nice alternative, but definitely still an investment. So yeah, hopefully it's still on Essence. I will leave it linked below if it is, but I really, really love this bag. It also has a very smooth leather that I think I might have been, I wouldn't say I was nervous about it getting scratched up, because I actually really love it when bags kind of get worn in a little more and have personality to them. So if it did acquire some scratches over time, I don't think I would mind too much. However, I've worn this bag out like at least 10 times now and there's absolutely no scratch on it whatsoever. And I'm pretty hard on my belongings. So I actually think it's pretty hard wearing despite being like a smoother leather. So now let's talk about the second Savette bag. This one is slightly different, although it looks very similar, right? They're both have little top handles, but as you can see, this one is a little bit not quite as long. So this is called the Symmetry 19 leather top handle bag. And it is exactly that. It is 19 centimeters across. So this one was around 21 centimeters across. This one is 19 centimeters across. So actually a little bit smaller than a mini Kelly. And I would say it's just as wide as the other one, maybe like a teensy bit slimmer, but that's also because there's nothing in this. So yeah, the proportions of this bag, I absolutely love. It is very similar to my, again, my Hedda mini bag. And when I saw this, I was really, really drawn to this beautiful taupe leather, as well as, again, the beautiful statement silver hardware. And then there's something else about this bag that really drew me to it once I understood how it worked. So I will dive into that. But yeah, it was originally the taupe leather that really had me grabbing for this bag. It looks so good with my taupe Birkenstocks and all of my little taupe other accessories that I have. It's just such an incredible color that I'm very into this season, and I think will stick around for a few other seasons. It's also just kind of a nice contrast to black, but it also looks really good with navy. So I find this color to be very, very versatile because it's warm, but not too warm, but it's not too cool. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a lot more versatile than you think it would be. So that's what drew me to this bag originally. But the thing that really sold this bag for me, and I can confidently say actually that this is my favorite Savette bag, even over the Pochette, and that's because of the versatility of the Symmetry bag. So the Symmetry bag is a little more expensive than the Pochette. The Symmetry bag is around $1,900. I don't know how this happened, but I got so incredibly lucky with this bag. I got it on the Net-a-Porter sale over the summer where everything was like 50% off and then there was like an additional 15% off. So I actually got this bag for actually under $1,000. So basically 50% off, which is wild. So really scored a deal here. A lot of these bags, because I'll get into like everywhere you can buy them, but it's most of the luxury sites like a Net-a-Porter or Bergdorf's or maybe a Saks. And a lot of them do these special offers, these special sales. In fact, when I was actually looking up details about this bag, there is one on sale in this gorgeous kind of brown color on, I believe, Bergdorf Goodman right now for like $300 off. So you definitely can get discounts on these bags, which is great. And they're not so in demand where they're like impossible to get, which I really love. And so yeah, very accessible, but still like a very desirable bag. And the thing that I loved most about this bag, in addition to like obviously the size and whatnot, is the fact that it can be a pochette bag in the sense that it can have a little top handle, or it can be a crossbody bag. So this bag is so magical because it has a strap. It has a hidden strap, which is so great. You guys know that I love a bag that has either a top handle or a crossbody, and I love the fact that you can adjust this bag depending on the situation that you're in, or like, for example, if it's daytime and don't worry, I'll show you this bag in the cutaways, like not looking so deranged. But basically, if I wanted to wear this like during the day as a more casual option of having, the shoulder strap, and then even wearing it as a crossbody, if I'm going on the subway and I want it to be more secure in the city, I love having a strap for that reason. And then when I get to my location, I can take the strap, readjust it, and then tuck it back in. I just absolutely love the fact that that bag has that versatility, which you just don't get with the pochette. So the way that it works is inside of the bag, we'll get into it. So actually, let me just show you the inside. I still have some stuffing in here. So the bag has two compartments, which is nice actually, because it helps keep everything organized. Sorry, that's just like a piece of paper in there, or actually, it might be a Band-Aid. I always try to keep Band-Aids in my bags. So it has a little back pocket, and then, actually looks like there's a little mini center pocket, and then where the two things are kind of sewn together, and then you have two sections. So I will say, if you are turning this into a pochette, that one of the sections will be taken up by the strap, but there's still plenty of room in the other section, I will say. In fact, I will do a comparison putting all of the same stuff into this one so you can really see the difference. And yeah, basically there are these two little things here, these kind of little notches, where you'll notice on the strap where the little notches are, see, here and here. So you know that if you want to have the crossbody strap, you can just adjust this out, right? So we'll pull it out. And then you just want to get to a point where you have the little notches to like hold it in place. So, sorry, I'm gonna do this in front of you. So it's hard to explain, but you'll understand it when you actually like see the bag, because there's only so many ways to do this. And the nice thing too is you can adjust the strap to be like different levels. So you can do like a shorter one, which is what I'm doing here. So see, I've locked the strap in, and then there's a little loose here, and then it goes in like that. And then when you shut the bag, the strap is like this. Super cute, very just like short little. And then if you want to go longer, you don't even have to fasten it on the inside. You can just like have the whole thing basically pull out. And then you have the longer strap. But honestly, my favorite way to wear it is as the pochette, and then I will adjust the strap as needed in order to match my environment. So yeah, that is the Symmetry bag, which I love. And then making it so then I'm just gonna dump the strap in there, and let me fill it up and show you everything that I can put inside of it. So let me put all the same stuff in that is in the other, put my phone in there, put my glasses, my wallet, my headphones, and then my keys. And I love the double compartments. Isn't that great? So yeah, so much fits in here. In fact, I could fit even more in this one if I wanted to than the pochette. So yeah, that's why I think this is my absolute favorite bag. from Savette. I absolutely love it, and I'm so happy that I took the plunge and got this one in addition to this one. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the actual brand, which I think will help you appreciate why I love these bags so much, or I think it helps at least to understand why these bags are so special. So first of all, you can tell when you see the bag that it's really beautiful quality, but if you had any doubts, these are made by hand outside of Florence in Italy. So really high level of craftsmanship. So beautiful. I love how they're minimal but luxurious. I talked a little bit about this in my handbag overview video, where a lot of cities are becoming a lot more dangerous. And so walking around with like Hermes bags or bags that have a lot of logos and stuff on them, it's just kind of not asking for something, but it's just you have to be really on high alert. And so it just feels much better to have a more understated bag out and about right now. And so I feel like this brand really fits that mark. It was started in 2020, so not that long ago. The brand's only 4 years old, so it's actually done really incredible, very meteoric rise considering it's only 4 years old, by a woman named Amy Zurich. And the brand is based in New York City, even though it is, of course, manufactured in Italy, like most luxury brands are. And she has a history of designing brands for Kate and The Row, so you can really see their influence and see that her aesthetic clearly aligned with that minimal, luxurious type of aesthetic. So yeah, it makes sense why her bags have really taken off. And the name Savette is her grandmother's maiden name, or no, her mother's maiden name. And that's sort of how she came up with the name for the brand, which I think is really sweet. In terms of where you can buy them, again, you can get them at pretty much all luxury online platforms, obviously directly from the brand, Savette.com. You can get stuff from them, even though sometimes they sell out of stock a little more than some of the wholesalers, but you can get them through Essence, Net-a-Porter, Farfetch, Bergdorf's. I will leave some of my favorites linked down below, if in like a wide range of colors and whatnot. But again, this particular Pochette is exclusive to Essence, so you can only get it at Essence. In terms of future bags, I mentioned this in my handbag video. I'm not overly keen to just add a bunch of more bags to my collection for the sake of adding bags. But if I was going to add more bags from Savette, I'm really drawn to these two bags in particular. This one, which is a little different than any of these, it's a different style. This is the mini Tondo bag in black leather with that gorgeous, again, statement silver hardware. It's around $1,490. And I just love, again, the modern shape. It somehow juggles being classic and modern at the same time, which I feel like is really my aesthetic in a nutshell. And so this bag really speaks to me. I absolutely love it. And then another bag that I think is very luxurious, and it comes in a couple of different colors, is the Symmetry 19 bag, but with this beautiful suede. So it's black with suede with a gold hardware. So I think that could be really, really stunning because, again, I love and I'm obsessed with the versatility of the Symmetry 19, the fact that you have the top handle or that you can make it into a full-blown strap. I just love the luxurious mixture of like the suede with the leather. I just think is so great. And then considering all of my Savette bags are silver, I do think it would be really nice to have a gold version at some point too. So I've had my eye on those, and that bag is around $1,920. So did just want to call those out as really beautiful pieces that Savette also has, but feel free to browse the site, check out all the stuff that they have, because they do have a lot of really gorgeous new designs, and they're doing a good job of like introducing new designs without fully losing heart of their signature kind of pieces that they're famous for. So yes, this is just an ode to Savette, and I hope this video was helpful if you were thinking about purchasing this bag or one of these bags. And yeah, I will leave any questions or comments that you have in the description box below, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability, and I will see you guys in my next video.